Hey, it's Tina from Bristles with another tutorial. I'll show you how to use our app to mock up DIY ideas. This is my powder room downstairs, and I'm thinking of updating the paint, the mirror, and the lighting. So let me show you how I'll use our app to do that. Quick overview, we're going to remove fixtures and objects, we're going to add new products, we're going to paint, and we're going to compare options. Let's get started. So let's start by adding a project. And then we'll choose a canvas, which will be a photo of my powder room. And for you, it can be a photo of your space or your client's space. Now we're on the design screen, and we'll start by erasing things we want to remove. So I tapped on erase. Now I'm making the scrub size of my eraser bigger, navigating over to where I want to start erasing. And you'll see as the rainbow loads, the wand will start erasing where the square is. And I'm speeding through this, it's pretty straightforward. And remember, if you have questions about a specific feature, you can always tap on the eye at the top of every screen and you'll get a short video describing how the feature you're on works. Now my wall looks a little wonky, but that's okay because I'll be adding a new light and mirror over it. Let's start with the light. So I'm tapping add, then I'm tapping on add photo to choose a photo of a light from my photo library. Then I'm cropping it and tapping auto select to remove the background. And then next, to bring it into the canvas, then I'm using two fingers to pinch to resize it and move it into place. Now I'm tapping accept and done. To get to advanced editing options for any product you've added, tap select, and then you'll get a pin. If you tap on that pin, the product you selected lights up and you have more editing options. When you're adding products to an indoor scene, sometimes it looks really out of place because the lighting doesn't match. But we have a feature for that, so tap edit and then refine and lighting. You'll get two sliders, one for brightness and one for how yellow or white your light is, and you can adjust until you feel like it looks right. Now let's add a mirror. I'm going to tap add. I already saved a mirror I wanted to try in my library from before, so I'm just going to find it and add it. Then I'm resizing and adjusting the lighting, which I'll speed through since you've already seen that. But I'll show you one new thing. You can also update shadows. If you tap shadow, you can add shadows in the X and Y directions by toggling on the sliders. For flat objects like this, it helps it look realistic in the scene. Alright, now let's add some paint. First, we'll toggle over to tape and tap on line to move our first piece of tape into place. Toggle on the corners to stretch out your piece of tape and move it around. And I'll speed through, taping off the trim area and where we have the little outlet. And then we can start painting. Going to choose a color, tap on active, and you can choose a color from a photo. And then use the color dropper to choose the color you want. I'm choosing Clear Paint's current mood, and now it's on my brush. I can go back to the brush screen and start painting. When you're actively painting, your tape will appear and your products that you added will temporarily disappear. And when you release your brush, your paint color will set. And now we'll use edge guard to help us paint around the curvy edges of the sink. So I'm tapping on edge guard to turn it on, and now I'm going back in with my brush and it will try to avoid the edges in the sink. There are some instances where the paint will leak. When that happens, you can either let it be because it's not too important, or you can toggle on unscrub and your brush becomes an eraser and you can clean it up. When you're done painting, you can go back to color to try out different options and compare colors. Just tap on the color you want to see and the whole layer will change to that color and you can compare. Any color that you add via the active menu will be populated in this mini slider menu, and you just have to tap between options to compare colors until you find the one that you like. Now I want to paint the faucet of my sink a brass color to match the mirror, so I'm adding it as an asset. Tapped on add photo, and now I am cropping an image of just the sink and tapping auto select to remove the background, bringing it into my canvas and putting it over where the sink is. And when you select an asset, one thing you can do is paint, and you access a special asset painting menu. And it works just like the canvas painting menu. So you can choose a color from an image. I'm choosing a brass from a photo of the brass mirror. and just painting it over the faucet parts of the asset image. Then when I release, the paint sets and I can tap done. Now as I'm looking at everything together, I realize I don't really like that light fixture, so I'm going to delete it and try a new one. Tap select, tap on the pin, and then you can tap delete and remove it. And then you can add and tap add from photo, choose a photo for new one, and add it. Adjust as needed. And now I'm liking the elvish serpentine vibes here, and I can see if I can use my mock-up to convince my partner. Wish me luck!